So we're gonna have a chat this morning, just a friendly chat here, and I'm gonna share with you very frequently. We don't do a lot of we don't do any scripting for Ron Siegel Radio. I have no clue what Kevin's going to say. He doesn't know what I'm going to say, but I can tell you this: Kevin Dutoit is with us. He's a digital marketing expert. And I don't know all the things that Kevin does. I know the work that he does for one real estate agent that's been on our broadcast, and it's fabulous. I see a lot of marketing stuff. I watch it because marketing is my passion. And I watch the stuff that Kevin's putting out, and pretty amazing stuff you do.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you very much.
And I don't even know, all the people that you're helping, but I watch the stuff that you do, and and how quickly it comes out. So you got a little practice at this.
Absolutely. And I'm also selective who I want to work with, Ron. At the end of the day, I want to enjoy what I'm doing. I want to have fun.
I like that idea. That's all we do is have fun on Ron Siegel Radio.
Ron, let's have fun on your radio show. Absolutely. I know we do. So at the end of the day, yes, I do get courted a lot, if you want to say that. But ultimately, I look
at your good looks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just throw that out there.
But ultimately, what I'm looking at is I'm looking for the character in the person. Is there going to be a synergy between us? Because at the end of the day, if I'm going to be working with you, it's like marriage.
Sure.
I spend more time at the office than I do at home. So I need to choose my battles wisely.
And you don't want to get divorced.
And
just throwing that out there.
Yes, I don't want to get divorced. So
I haven't done that one. So I just 36 years into a life sentence.
Well, exactly, life sentence. So, and what I do is I treat everything like a business. So that way I strategize and analyze, and then I execute. So,
okay.
So for me, then the benefit is it's a symbiotic. It's a win-win. So when I do content, I treat it like as if it's sacred. Everything's so special. Time is so precious. It's the only thing that I can control, and that's the most valuable thing to me.
And you're very passionate about what you do. I watch you around with people that you're with. I can see the passion in what you're doing, right. And it's always a lot more fun. It's we only get one. This isn't a trial run through life,
right?
Right. Yeah. So if you're doing stuff with people that you don't like, that's.
I crafted around them, Ron. Everybody's so unique.
Sure.
They've got their own signature. So when I create digital content, I'm looking to give them that fingerprint that's unique to them.
Okay.
So that way they stand out. If it's so easy to duplicate and just her content online for whatever. But I literally, when I look at the quotes that I get in the morning and the images that I have, how can I tweak it to make it different so it stands out? So it's not so generic.
So why is it? I mean, I know that you've got the experience with this, but why doesn't everybody do that?
They want to, and they just don't take action. Action solves everything. So they all have this grandiose idea that because they're on social media at least sometimes hours a day,
right?
Except they don't contribute their story to the platforms. And to me, use every platform there is, from X to Facebook, to Instagram. Yes, there's different demographics with age and so forth.
That's why Josh tells me so much, because he's got me on platforms I've never even heard of.
Absolutely. To me, blanket the market, be omnipresent. The real estate agent that's going to succeed in the present and the future is the one that's omnipresent on social media.
So most of us, though, I mean, I want everybody to do well, but the real estate agent, their success means that they've got to help somebody, right? Because they're not out there building something. They're not making the next greatest iPhone or the next greatest, camera or anything like that.
Right.
They're a service individual. So when you're talking about for the real estate agent, that's really going to be helping somebody to find a house or to buy a house or to sell a house or to maximize their goals.
Right, exactly. So instead of just posting a picture of a new listing in your neighborhood, I would tell a story about that listing. Social media is the best contact sport in the world. You have access to a global community, not just a local community.
So help me with that. When you talk about telling a story, so often, beautiful home, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, boring,
generic. You get over yourself.
So how do you make that exciting?
I would talk about something that you did that morning, how you woke up, what you thought, how you're planning your day. So you say, I've got the greatest story to tell you. What happened to me this morning? I'm just making this up right now, by the way, because
Sure.
I'm been improving. I woke up and I felt like I'm craving fruit. So I woke up this morning and I just had this little hunger. And I thought, you know what? Before I go into the office, let me pop by Sprouts. When I went into Sprouts, I saw this wonderful lady, nicely dressed, and she saw my tag that I'm a social media advertiser. So she actually asked me what I did, and I told her. So that I just had myself I had an interaction with somebody that I would never have crossed my path ever before, and told her what I do. Now here I am with you with another story. I would exaggerate and elaborate on everything you do to get a story out of it. Because unless you want to make it up, that's fine. The greatest storyteller in the world is Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.
Sure.
They can take space. They can take
Although Taylor Swift is doing pretty good right now.
Taylor Swift's creating earthquakes with her raging concerts. So to me, tell us, make a story out of everything. How you got coffee this morning, how you met the.
So people really care more about that story and those things than they care about 3-bedroom, 2-bath, gorgeous, fabulous home on a.
Seen it, been there, done that.
I can understand that. So we're going to continue our conversation on how do we make this work? How do we make it work for you? What can you do with? Maybe you can even do it with your kids' Little League team or Pop Warner team. We're going to continue our conversation with Kevin Dutoit when we come back. Kevin's got a fan here. Anoop. Kevin Dutoit is my mentor. Also, he's helping me to achieve my goals. You're helping someone achieve their goals. Nice.
Thank you. Whoever that legend is.
Yeah. So we're chatting this morning. Kevin Dutoit is with us. He is a digital marketing expert guru. I sometimes worry about saying expert because anytime I say someone's an expert, then people want to try and knock them down, and it's not a matter of knocking them. I mean, I watch what he's doing, and it's pretty amazing some of the stuff that he's out there delivering and sharing on social media.
Thank you.
But here's a big issue that I worry about, Kevin. Mm-hmm. So, you can put out a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of people that put out a lot of stuff, right? And I see they've got one view or no views.
They have dozens of posts, just tons of content,
and no one's seeing it. Mm-hmm. So they're doing a real good job of nothing.
Posting. They're posting. Good exactly. Yeah. But so no rewards.
How do I get my stuff seen? How can I boost it so it's actually visible? You gotta have some. The secret sauce. So, there's just 7 of us listening.
Absolutely. So I'll give you a trade secret. Actually, for you, Ron, I'll give you 2.
Okay.
So it's easy to post content. To me, be more specific. Whenever uploading a picture, remember these are learning machines. The algorithm, and it's constantly growing every day. We're learners every single day. So the machine, when you upload a picture, always make sure, like they said to Ron Siegel, don't leave a space between your name. Put an underscore. The computer, the science cannot read spaces. It thinks it's a dead end. When you make it your whole name, it will attach your name to Ron Siegel instead of having a dead space there, because that means there's nothing there.
Some of my usernames on some of the sites, some of them say Ron Siegel with no space. You're saying that I should put an underscore in there?
No. When you're adding a picture or a video.
Okay.
You know the extension .com or .mva or .jpeg.
Right.
Never put spaces in the words. Always put an underscore.
Okay.
Because then the algorithm can read that.
Okay.
So it's just going to help you for search engine optimization.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now that's even on the pictures when you save the file. The second thing is when you're uploading a picture onto any social media platform, put hashtags within the picture itself. So what you do is when you upload the picture, it allows you to put @ and hashtags. Hashtag the picture, make the hashtag as small as you can, then go and select the color code, like you're wearing a black shirt. I would make the hashtag Ron Siegel. I'd then shrink the hashtag and make it black instead of red or blue, whatever the color is, and I'd hide it over your black shirt.
So no one sees it.
The visual, I won't pick it up because it's so quick, but the algorithm will.
Okay.
Now that's going to boost, your eyeballs on your content, because it's all about attracting attention online. In a sense, hijacking eyeballs. I know that's not the right word, but we are here to grab the biggest audience in the quickest amount of time to get the biggest response, because it's about lead generation.
Okay. So we're gonna. That's an interesting one because so I'm gonna throw this at you, Kevin, because years ago we used to do that in websites. So we would take a website and you would put your keywords in the
In the
website
back end. Yep.
over and over and over again. So I might put in there mortgage, and I might just put mortgage and mortgage and mortgage, and I might put it in there 100 times, and I would put it all on a white page in white type font.
Hmm.
And the algorithms got smart to that, and they started blacklisting anybody that did that.
Right. And
So now you're saying that you can do that in a picture, but you're just not going overwhelmingly.
right, and so the learning machine, which is always learning, the AI. I've got two best friends. One's a human being, one's AI. I use AI all day long. It now reads moving images, which is video,
Okay.
and pictures. That's how advanced it's become. Eventually, we'll go into the metaverse, but we'll read the energy around your content. That's the metaverse. That's the future.
Interesting. Okay, so we can start figuring out. I guess, Josh, we got to put some more hashtags in the middle of our videos here or something.
Or that black fabric in the background, because the eye won't pick it up. The engine will.
So let me ask you this, because we record on StreamYard, and we've got these banners rolling along the bottom. Is the artificial intelligence reading those banners?
Absolutely. Every single space, every single word, every single letter, every single dot, I, 1, 0. Computers is ones and zeros. So 001100 means yes to the science of it. I'm just using that as I don't know what the language, because my mother's a computer scientist, but it's zeros and ones. Now on your picture,
and most people don't realize computers are really dumb.
Right. So if you look at if whoever's looking at your video right now and they can see the black box, I would take a black box, put in your black fabric behind you, and make the font black as well. So it's invisible to the naked eye, but not to the engine.
So I'd put just a black piece of felt back here behind me.
Yeah, you see at the bottom where it says my name. I would take that and make another one of those, put it above your head, make it black, of course, because it reads black, and make the font black. Nobody will see it. The engine will read it.
Yeah, because we've got that with a wire that's going down my shirt.
So you could add 1,000 SEO in that black fabric without anybody knowing. That's going to boost your trajectory of your content off the charts, Ron.
Wow. So, Josh, we might actually have more than 7 listeners then. And that is
7 plus.
we might get to 8. And that's even not when my son's listening. So that's okay. So we've got the upload with your pictures. You're going to put your name with the underscore.
Yeah. So next time you go look at my content, go to Kevin du Toit, go to some of the clients that I work with, and sometimes if you're looking at the content, look at your looks. You'll see.
I'm going to start looking real close.
You'll see. I've made the hashtag so small. Literally, it's.
So it can be like a 6 or 8 point.
Yeah, exactly. It's so tiny. The naked eye cannot pick it up unless you're paying attention.
So if I go there and really look for it, then I might find it.
You'll see. And I hide it in the. I will normally color code it to your shirt or to my velvet purple top, so that way it's hidden even in the fabric.
Actually, you can go into the Ducks games now because they changed one of their colors to plum this year. So your plum jacket, which I wouldn't even call it plum because I don't even know what that plum color means, but I heard him talking about it all night on the Ducks game. Continue our conversation this morning. Kevin du Toit is with us. He is a digital marketing expert, and he just told us in the last segment how to get your digital marketing boosted, and we're not going to tell you again. So if you missed it, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. You're going to have to go back there, and you'll be able to watch that, or go to the archives of ronsiegelradio.com. In our archives, you can actually see our past shows. But let's continue our conversation, chatting with Kevin. A lot of passion, Kevin. You're really passionate about what you do.
Because I care. I believe. I don't want to dilly-dally.
I believe. Well, you could tell from your Brooklyn accent.
Right, absolutely, yeah. Born in Africa, made in America.
Born in Africa. I'm not going to even go there because this is a family show. Born in Africa, made in America. Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one there.
No,
okay.
Thank you.
So, what do you only work with folks in the real estate space, or are you doing other things, or tell me a little bit about what you're doing and how people can gain knowledge from you or engage or retain you.
Thank you. So yes, because I spent more than a decade in real estate, And I really climbed the ranks very, very fast because when I got into the business, I treated it like a business because I wanted to get paid like it was a business.
Well, that's a surprise. People want to get paid, and they don't want to. They don't want to treat it like a business. That's
surprise.
I'm going to wake up in the morning, and somebody's going to hand me a contract and a commission check,
That's it.
and I can go back to sleep.
My phone's just going to ring that the DMs didn't happen on social media. No, I grind it. I wake up early. I used to wake up at 3:30 because I was a big meditation and prayer warrior. Now I'm getting a little bit older. I've got a busy schedule because I work 7 days a week, average 12, 14 hour days, bottom line run. No nonsense here. And what I started to do is, instead of just being focused on the real estate industry, I'm now targeting the elite world of Hollywood.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going after all, because they get what I'm doing. They have an expansive mindset, and they like to explore new opportunities. Where it's very hard for me to, if you're not going to show up to a free masterclass I'm giving on social media, then you're wasting my time and you're also wasting your time. So what I'm finding is when I reach out to Hollywood, they're more intrigued, they're more curious about what I've got to offer, my high value ticket offer content, which is social media, to help them, because they're influencers, get traction. Because what's happening now is all these micro accounts, these mommies that are getting to this mass audience and doing big sales, like the Kardashians, for instance, celebrities are realizing, hold on, that I can also be that as well. So now they want to start a micro account and then become macro.
So what about so I know why the people are looking at the Kardashian social media. But bald, old, overweight guys, can they do
What's
something
your
too?
story? What is your sales proposition offer? So you come, let's say it's a special cream for the skin because you've got all this exposed skin, Ron. You find a good product, or maybe you
I
manufacture
got way
your
too
own.
much skin, but that's a different story.
You maybe manufacture your own. Now you can create your own brand. The future for success is brand, IP, intellectual property. So before it was you had to spend billions or millions of dollars in a brand like the Nikes and the Coca-Colas. Now we're going into intellectual property with brand identity to a human being, like a Gary Vaynerchuk, a Tony Robbins, a Robert Kiyosaki. So we're moving away from the big conglomerates to the individuality right now.
And is that because
That's
of social
the future.
media?
Yes, correct. Because those have a voice, they've got a mouth, and they're the ones who are pushing content, pushing sales,
Sure.
pushing services.
So Vaynerchuk says like 500 videos a week or something like that.
He's got a whole team behind him. He can do that. But if you want to be on that level, then yes, you have to expect to have those results.
So
Now-
so I'm going to throw something at you. You may
Mhm.
not have heard this one before. I went and watched Brad Lee speaking.
I love Bradley.
And he was telling us that he has somebody that was very similar to you that walks with him when he goes everywhere. And he refers to him as his predator.
He's been preyed on all day long. Absolutely.
Well, basically because he's his producer, and his engineer or
Yes.
editor.
Right.
So predator. So I don't know
Yeah.
if you want to put that on your business card or not, Kevin.
I like
but that's
that,
a whole.
Predator versus alien. So
But he has somebody that's walking around behind him that's doing video and put photos of everything he does, and then they go and they edit it and get it pushed out. The average guy can't do that, though.
but they can do it themselves. Literally, it's like taking your phone, Ron, a selfie, put it in video, and just start filming. That's it. And I can aim it at you, and I can aim it at the surroundings. I can whoever's walking by. It's so simple.
But how do I edit it and get it up there so it looks good?
You don't keep it organic, because the music's already online. You can already attach music because it's all licensed online.
Okay, but
So
how do I
you can have
then?
AC/DC. You can have a One Direction. It doesn't matter. It's all online for you. The more organic the content, the more eyeballs you're gonna get.
So let's. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to. So let's turn the clock back then, because I go out to the on the weekends. I go down and walk around Balboa Island.
Beautiful.
And I love taking some beautiful pictures of the island and sunrise and sunset and all that. And I've got this content there. But then from the last segment, you said I need to be putting my name or getting the hashtags in the picture and all that. How do I do both if it's just a matter of putting the organic content up?
Each social media platform walks you through that. So as you upload the content, you'll start to see it shows you hashtags at the bottom, whether it's TikTok or Instagram. Those are for your 35 and under. It shows at the top you can start putting hashtags. It actually walks you through the process. If you just pay attention to what you're doing and follow instructions, you'll see it leads you on that path to success. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Don't try and do it yourself because you think you're smarter, because you're not. They have rocket scientists and they have spent billions on creating this environment for you to use. It's very user friendly. Just follow direction. Don't think about it. Just follow orders. It's very simple. That's what a good soldier does, Ron. He follows his last order.
Okay. So that's cool. So do I have to do it then on every platform? Is that the idea? So if I go out there Saturday morning and I walk and I want to put it on, I'm old, so I don't use Instagram very much, and I'm still old on Facebook.
Facebook's the bomb. So I don't use any platform at all besides Facebook.
Really?
None. I don't. SEO's dead unless you're writing blogs and doing podcasts and videos, because Google owns YouTube. Everything should be targeted at YouTube because that's going to be your biggest return on investment, your biggest ROI. Facebook, when it comes to advertising, you can't go wrong because you'll always get a 1x return. So you spend $1, you get $1.50 back. That's not a bad return on investment.
Sure.
You put 10, you get $15 back. You put 1,000, you get $1,500 back. Facebook ads, for now, that's the platform that's driving lead generation. Then once you get that lead, then you nurture that lead, of course, Ron. Then you turn into conversion. Whatever field you're in, real estate or a service, you're saying a coaching service. Because right now you can get so hyper focused on your funnel that when you target an audience in your area on Facebook, you can go down to a mile, down to an age, down to whether it's ladies or gentlemen for your audience.
Sure, for the audience.
Whether they go to gym or not. I mean, you can get so.
We don't want to talk about gyms here, Kevin. That's a dirty word.
Yeah, I need gym myself. Yeah, but you can talk about whether they go to the local cupcake store. You can put in all the search criteria in Facebook, so it really becomes hyper focused on their target audience. So you're not blanketing the market.
So let me ask you one question. So even though I'm going to get killed from Josh because we're already out of time, but do I take my picture in my photo area and from my camera, or do I go into Facebook and take the picture through the Facebook app?
You can do both.
So it could be from my library, or it could be the other way.
All that old content from even 10 years ago, you can repurpose it. That's genius, Ron.
I might be sitting now. I know what I'm going to be doing watching the ball game tonight. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio. Hey, I appreciate Kevin Toit. Really appreciate you coming in. If you want to meet Kevin, if you want to learn about what Kevin's doing, come on in and give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Be happy to introduce you to him.